Today on the channel, a week of Age of Apocalypse unboxings begins with Marvel Legends Magneto and Rogue. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today we're taking a special look at the Age of Apocalypse Series 2 from the Marvel Legends team with Magneto and Rogue. But remember, for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So we begin a week of Age of Apocalypse unboxings, and I'm so happy the Marvel Legends team, Hasbro especially, who owns Marvel Legends, of course, have come with Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse Series 2. Series 1 I loved. I know some people didn't like it. I did see some of those go a lot. Actually, a lot of them went to clearance at Targets, Walmarts, online retailers. So the ground was a little murky if we were going to get a Series 2, but thankfully a year later we're getting Series 2 Age of Apocalypse. I'm hoping for a Series 3, and I've said before on the channel, I love the Age of Apocalypse. I was of the prime comic book reading years in 1995, 1996, when the Age of Apocalypse happened. So I know some people didn't like it, but like I said, I was of the age that really did love that storyline, that story arc, the changes. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really fun, and I love getting these in figure form all these years later, as I did have the old Toy Biz ones way back in the day. But very excited to jump into these this week and kind of look at them and compare them and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to do this review on the channel like we do all the other reviews. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We'll see where it goes from there, and we'll do a little bit of comparisons at the end. And like most reviews out there, we probably better do ladies first. So we're going to start with Old Rogue. And I don't know if Old Rogue makes sense, but Rogue and Magneto were married in the Age of Apocalypse type timeline, if some of you guys remember that. And if you don't, hey, now you know. So there you go. But let's take a look at the packaging on Rogue first. There she is, old Rogue, looking only like she can look. Looking like the biggest Oakland A's fan of all time. She's got the green, the gold, the yellow. Looking good. Extra set of hands. She does come with Colossus Build-A-Figure parts, as you guys know. Colossus is the Build-A-Figure here in Age of Apocalypse. I'm calling it Wave 2. I think that's fair. It's a Wave 2 of the Age of Apocalypse. Love the X-Men logo from the Age of Apocalypse timeline. You got Marvel's Rogue. And there it is. Marvel Legends up here. Build-A-Figure Colossus. Some ages, warnings, that kind of stuff. And then on the side, you get the Apocalypse looming over Rogue. Same thing on the other side. Very top, you got Age of Apocalypse, so you know what you're looking at. Warnings down below. And then, of course, the back of the package. There's old Rogue looking only like she can look. Same art as the side of the package. We got a little blurb. You guys know I love a blurb. You got the rest of the lineup right there, and then you got Colossus, who you got to build, and you got warnings at the bottom. So let's read the back. Let's see what it says about old Rogue here. Marvel's Rogue. Rogue moves her way up the ranks of Magneto's X-Men, eventually leading a team of mutants to prevent the culling of humankind. So, interesting they don't mention her marriage to Magneto. Maybe they do on Magneto's bio. I guess we'll see what happens there. But let's get her out of the packaging here, see what's going on. Love the background here. Looming Apocalypse there in the back. Very, very cool. Like the looks of this. Like I said, I love the Age of Apocalypse. See you later, Rogue. I'm a big fan. No paint imperfections here, but I see some weird stuff, and we'll get into it. But first, the plastic prison. There's Rogue in the plastic prison. And there she is. All right, let's pop this stuff out here. We got some hands. We got some Build-A-Figure parts. Crunch, crunch. Very loud. There it is. See you later. Get out of here. All right, like I said, Build-A-Figure parts. Now, at the end of the week, like we always do with these Marvel Legends, we will rank the entire series, and we will build Colossus all in one video. So we've got parts for Colossus. We'll put those off to the side. We'll talk about those in a future video at the end of the week. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, all that kind of fun stuff. Rogue comes with 2 fist hands. We always say it. You need fisted hands if you're a superhero. She's got 2 fisted hands, and she has 2 gloved, sprawled out hands on her. So choose your own hand adventure, what you want to do with Rogue. But the first thing I noticed about Rogue when I looked at her in the package, outside of her green and yellow coloring, which is really nice, Oakland A's fan right here, oh yeah, really nice, but she has some extremely big feet. She's got some clunking feet here. They really do catch your eye right away. Very similar to AEW Unrivaled, Hangman Adam Page. The first one had those Frankenstein boots. Rogue's got a little bit of that going on there. I don't know if it's as bad as Hangman Page was, but they look like they really would weigh her down. They look like kind of weights on her feet. They're just big, big shoes, boots. That does look a little bit strange compared to some of the Rogues we've had in the past. Besides that, though, I love this. I loved the animation style from Age of Apocalypse. I loved how the characters looked. They looked like our familiar characters we knew, but had a new change, a new spin, and Rogue was no different. And I love the hairdo on her. Instead of the more puffed up hair, it's a little tighter on the sides, a little more puffed up. Just a cool reimagining at the time of Rogue's look, and I think they got it tremendously in figure form here. It looks really good. I love her arms, and she's got kind of the baggy shirt going on. And then, of course, you got the glove. We all know Rogue's power. She has to wear gloves. She touches people, all that kind of fun stuff. We know how that goes. But good body, very, very skinny body mold on her. It almost looks like she isn't wearing pants. If this wasn't such a yellow, I mean, it's a very light yellow, but it almost looks skin tone color on the back. You can really see everything. So a little interesting there. Some people might be confused. She does come with a little brace necklace over there that is removable. So if you do pop her head off, this can be removed, this necklace. How easy is it to get the head off? Oh, head pops right off very easily, which is great for customizers. But you can take this necklace, chain, whatever you want to call it. You can pop that off if you really want to. But it does kind of break that up. And she does have a little bit of a long neck on her. The chain, of course, helps. And then the hair coming down does help. But the neck is a little bit big, a little bit long on this Rogue. But, man, they got the paint perfectly on here. I don't see any paint imperfections going on. You get down to kind of the lime green under, and then the darker green into the yellows. Perfect lines. I got a very good one. I'm sure there's some out there that have some rough lines going on. We've seen that in the past, but it does look very, very good there. She does have the pinless joints. I don't see any pins in this joint. Single elbow, though, but then when you get down to the knees, she does have double jointed elbow. So that is nice. She does have that wrap around her yellow hard plastic on the side there. The red on the boots really does kind of pop your eye there. It really helps break up the colors. Just an absolutely fabulous Rogue figure here. I like it. I like that she has kind of just a mellow face. It's not excited. It's not angry. It's not sad. It's just kind of middle of the road. And 99% of the time, that's what you want in a figure, unless you're getting alternate heads and stuff like that. So this is a very good representation of this Rogue. Does she fit on a Ringside Collectible stand? Of course she does. Like I always say, spend your money on your figures, not your stands. RingsideCollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. But these truly are great stands, and I always support the stands. So there it is. She fits perfectly on there. So I really do like this one. I like this one a whole lot. As we say on the channel, better than expected. So whenever we get something better than expected, that is truly a win. Fabulous, fabulous Rogue. If it was... it's almost my favorite Rogue. I'd almost say this is probably my favorite Rogue figure. It's just not as iconic of an outfit out there, but for what it is, tremendous, tremendous. Don't sleep on that Rogue. And another one hopefully we won't be sleeping on is Magneto. Rogue might be sleeping around Magneto as they are married, which was quite the twist in the Age of Apocalypse, but I thought was a pretty cool twist as well. So that's why we thought we'd do these two together here. Makes sense, a husband and wife unboxing. Now, going all the way back to my old playing days, this was my favorite Magneto toy. We'll show that one in a little bit, so be prepared for that. But let's take a look at the packaging on Magneto first. Love the extra head with Magneto here. Now, Magneto does not come with a Build-A-Figure part, so that's interesting, but there's usually one that doesn't come, as Rogue just falls over. There's usually one that does not come with a Build-A-Figure part, and that was Magneto on this one, so there you go. You got Magneto down here, you got the Age of Apocalypse X-Men logo, you got the figure, you got extra heads, got a lot of fun in there. Marvel Legends, Build-A-Figure Colossus, which we don't have Colossus, of course. Ages 4 and up on this one. On the side, you got Magneto, looking only like he can look. He was the leader of the X-Men in this timeline. As we know, Legion killed Professor X, which set the whole history in a different roundabout way, and Magneto took the leadership and kind of followed the vision of Professor X, I guess, in a roundabout way, as Apocalypse came to the Earth 10 years, I think it was 10 years earlier than he did originally. So that set off a whole different turn of events for the world. But there it is there. And then on the back, of course, there's Magneto looking only like he can look. Cool comic artwork there. You got the cross cell down below, Build Colossus, warnings, and we got a blurb about Magneto. Let's see what they have to say about our boy Magneto. Magneto casts off his anti-human sentiments and carries on Xavier's dreams of peaceful coexistence, thereby founding the X-Men. So that's kind of what I said right there. So I could have wrote the copy for this. Hasbro, are you hiring? I'll be your copyright. I could have done that. Pull it out. Same as Rogue, same Apocolypse background back there. This is when I really, see you later, took Apocolypse seriously. I mean, I wasn't reading comics when Apocolypse first appeared. He'd loom, he'd be in some issues and stuff, but Apocolypse became a true blue threat during the Age of Apocolypse. And that's really, for me, where the Apocolypse really began. That's where he began for me. All right, Plastic Prison, old Magneto there. Very cool, red and purple. We're used to that with Magneto. We're just not used to always having that super long hair that he had. And that's what I loved in the Age of Apocolypse. He had the cool braids going on. Very similar to like a Norse god. Not talking about Thor, but that's kind of what I think of. I think he's a member of a Monomarth or something like that. He does have a couple effects with him. Makes sense. Magneto always needs some of those effects going on. Some sticky tape there. Can I get this out? There it is. We do get an extra head with this Magneto. Oh, extra hands too. I missed the hands. If I can get, boy, this is some sticky tape on this one, I guess. A good thing. Crunch, crunch. Pull them out. Oh, there it is. And see you later. Get out of here. All right, let's get stuff over here. Once again, much like Rogue, we got 2 open hands on Magneto, and then you get 2 fisted hands. Always need at least 1 fisted hand with a superhero, as I always say. We got 2 effects here for Magneto. Put him on his hand, you know, he's ready. He means business. He's ready to, you know, take somebody on, that's for sure. But then you get down to Magneto here, and I love it. Like I said earlier, this has always been my favorite incarnations of Magneto, and I guess I'll pull this one out right now. Back in the Age of Apocolypse toy line from Toy Biz in the mid-90s, we got this Magneto, and this was always my favorite Magneto. The original one was okay for what it was at the time, but I was so happy to get this one. This one turned into my main Magneto back in the day. So I always loved these old school Toy Biz Age of Apocolypse figures, very underrated. I remember just at the time when they came out, I just thought, oh my gosh, figures will never get better than this. This is the greatest figure of all time. Obviously, this is the improvements we've had over the last 26 or so years. But back in the day when that came out, that was a true game changer figure, if you ask me. But I love to see this updated in its modern updation right here. He's got a beautiful cape going on. It's got a shoulder pads with this cape. So once again, just like Rogue, you can pop this head off because the head is removable, of course. And you can take this cape all the way off. And man, you got a basis for some good customizing. Some good army builders could be based off of this body. It's pretty plain with the red and the purple. You could just do some things like this. This could be some different guards or whatever you want to do. I do love the head without the helmet on it. I'm not sure which one I'm going to end up using. But I do like this head a whole lot. We've seen this body in the past. We got all the typical articulation here. He's got double jointed elbows and knees, where Rogue did not have the double jointed elbows, if you guys remember correctly. But just good hair color, good gray. I love the braids. I love the kind of stoic but angry face. Magneto always kind of had that resting angry face all the time out there. We got the extra head with Magneto. I guess this is the one where we use the powers. His hair's back. He's got his helmet on. His eyes are all whited over. Whited? They're all whited over. I guess it's a word now. But very cool. Very good looking Magneto here. I like the kind of magical hands he's got going on. It fits him with his magnetic powers, of course. But he is a good looking figure. Once again, you can't do too much wrong for the Age of Apocolypse for me. I do just absolutely love this set. I'm so happy we got the Age of Apocolypse Series 2, because I really did not think we would get a Series 2 of the Age of Apocolypse. So I'm very happy about this. We'll put these two together. Not sure why Rogue fell down. I guess I had her standing awkwardly. But there it is. But I do have Rogue. We got a little comparisons here. So here's the latest Rogue. This was a Target exclusive. Was this at the beginning of 2021 or was this the end of 2020? I can't remember. COVID has messed up my memory, but that's a Rogue. A lot of people were screaming for a new Rogue, as I do have the other Rogue. This I always think of as Rue McClanahan from the Golden Girls Rogue. That's what it reminds me of. It's cool. It's cool enough. There's room for both of these Rogues in your collection. And then Magneto, I believe this is the Magneto, I believe, from that Quicksilver Scarlet Witch 3-pack. I believe that's what this is. I wouldn't say this is my favorite Magneto. I gotta say this is probably my favorite Magneto. It's amazing how much things you like from a kid when you get updated versions of it, how they just really steal your heart and never let go like a young Rio. I do like this new Magneto. But you also have to, just like Rogue, have a classic version in your collection. You definitely need two. I don't think the Age of Apocolypse can be your only X-Men set. I guess it could be if that's the only X-Men you liked, but I feel like there's room that you need to buy this set along with your classic set. These are going to be on a different shelf for me, and I think that's how most collectors probably treat it as well. But very solid figures over the year, and my childhood Magneto that I found that I absolutely love as well. So a lot to like with these two. I'm excited to open up the rest of the set, and then of course build the Colossus Build-A-Figure and rank them at the end of the week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the old notification bell. You won't want to miss an Age of Apocolypse unboxing video, as we're going to get them all knocked out this week. So stay tuned for those. Make sure you like this video. You made it this far, you might as well give it the old like. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Were you of the age of Apocolypse like me, reading that as a kid or whatever age you were? I was very invested in the story. I don't know if you were, but let me know in the comments below. Or were you one of the people that absolutely hate it? I know there's a lot of people that hate the Age of Apocolypse that could say, this is an easy set pass for me. And I get that too. You like what you like and you don't what you don't. That's the way it goes. So leave me your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel, like I said. Notification bell, hit that bad boy. We're almost to 10,000 subscribers. Once I hit 10,000 subscribers, we got a lot of giveaways on the channel and a few special videos as well. So stay tuned for that. Follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for Rogue and Magneto and the Age of Apocolypse, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.